Hi, hello and welcome back. William Myler here, and today we have a different type of video. Today again we are going to discuss about an app or a service that can help you to organize your life. And I know that many people are struggling to remember what they are reading from books, articles and other type of things. And I know that it's important to connect everything that you read in a way that is part of your routine and also part of your review system. Otherwise, it's easy to forget what to read, right? So today, let's discuss how to improve this. My self-management system is organized based on certain principles that dictate how I always know what to do, when to do it, and why I should do something. To ensure that the system is well organized, all the content I gather from different formats needs to be structured effectively. This way, I never miss any piece of information, and everything contributes to building my knowledge. The system comprises manually taking notes, highlights from online readings, complete articles, papers, books, everything that I save from the internet, even the videos that I watch, and or maybe some images that I collect from different social media around the internet. Everything is connected and I can find easily using a second brain setup. In summary, anything that has been important to me at some point needs to be organized within a digital system. However, I also know that everything needs to be organized using some space repetition system that allow me to revisit what I have read and why I was reading it. The question here is, do you ever find yourself struggling to remember what to read from books or from other materials like articles? I used to be in the same boat, constantly forgetting the highlights and key insights I came across. But then, it improved really a lot when I discovered Readwise. Every day, Readwise delivers to me a curated selection of my past highlights and annotations straight to my inbox. And it's like having a personal assistant that reminds me about everything that I encountered during my life, reading books, articles, and other pieces of content. And it transformed the way that I review what I learned before. The ability to revisit and reflect on my previous highlights has deepened my understanding of the topics I'm passionate about. If you are tired of forgetting what you read and you want to join the ranks of those who effortlessly reference book highlights, then you need to know more about this space repetition system. Space repetition works by capitalizing on the forgetting curve, a concept that was introduced by the German psychologist Hermann Ebbinghaus. The process of transferring information from short-term memory to long-term memory can be challenging. Often, we experience the frustrating phenomenon of forgetting something we just learned. The forgetting curve illustrates how our memory strengths decrease over the time if information is not actively reviled or reinforced, but also show how our memory can improve if we keep the information coming to the brain. In other words, if we don't revisit what we learn, we are more likely to forget it. Space repetition is a scientifically proven method that leverages our brain's natural learning and memory process to enhance knowledge retention and recall it. When we encounter new information, our brain forms connection between the knowledge and existing neural pathways. However, these connections are initially fragile and easily forgotten. Moreover, space repetition optimizes our brain's memory consolidation process. After learning something new, our brains undergo a phase called memory consolidation, where the information is solidified and transferred to long-term memory. Space repetition taps into this process by prompting us to review the material during optimal moments of memory reactivation. Each review strengthens the neural pathway associated with the information, making it easier to recall in the future. This technique aligns with how our brains naturally encode and consolidate information. So following everything that we just learned about spaced repetition, I started using an app called Readwise. Readwise organizes everything I read, as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, all of the materials that I've highlighted over the time, and delivers to me every day, 7 days a week, a curated and organized list of highlights or things that I should review. And over the time, over the year, I can review a lot of content. And remember how things that I read in a book 10 years ago still make sense, and it is still helping me to get new insights to the things that I need to create to my work or to my life. So let's see how I'm organizing my Readwise and how it works. So what you can see right now is my Readwise page, my Readwise dashboard. And here I have everything that I need in my space repetition system. In the top, I have the daily review. Every day I can have review 6 highlights. I can change that if I prefer to review less, like 1, 2, or maybe 3 items per day. I can review more, like 10 every day. But I think that 6 is a good number. It's working pretty well to me right now. I can also connect things to import to Readwise. So let's say you are reading in your Kindle and you want to highlight things during your reading. You can connect Kindle with Readwise, so every time that you highlight in your Kindle, it will be automatically synced to your Readwise with the book, with everything. I can also connect to other apps like Pocket that I have been using for a while, Reader that we are going to talk more in a video in this channel. I can also connect with, well, basically a lot of different systems. Reader, Apple Books, Goodreads. Everything can be connected here to bring the information that you're reading to Readwise. It's good to mention that we can also import things manually. So let's say you're reading a paper book, you can take a photo from that, and you are going to save highlights from paper books by just taking a picture in a mobile app, or maybe import from PDFs, or even you can just manually type things that you want to connect here. Everything is going to be in the same place. Everything is go to your space repetition system. So it's pretty much easy to organize, and everything is going to be connected to Readwise. Everything is going to be important. Let's go back to the dashboard. Here in the dashboard, we can also export things. Right now I'm exporting my highlights to Evernote and Notion. We can export to other systems, but these two are connected to my second brain setup, where in Evernote I have the full, I can say full materials, everything that I found on the internet, even complete and full PDF books are in my Evernote. I use that just for personal purpose, so it's not like commercial. I can bring PDFs here, it's okay. And I also do that in Notion. So both systems are connected with Readwise, and everything that I highlight, everything that I review, it's going to appear in the system if I need to search something. Let's say I'm doing some research to write an article about habits. I can write habits in the system, and I'm going to see everything that I highlighted from different videos, PDFs, articles, books, everything. So back to the dashboard. I have here connected 88 books. I have more books to connect here from Kindle, but actually what I do is that every week on Wednesday we have a new book notes in my website, and I'm trying to connect the books here during these reviews when I'm creating the book notes, so I can study the book again and make sure that everything that I'm sharing in the text, everything that I'm sharing with you, it's also connected to my review system here in Readwise. I'm also connecting everything that I read on the internet, like articles, so it's a lot of articles actually. Everything that I read, I do my highlights as well, normally just 1, 2, maximum 3 highlights, so I can take the main things that I need to remember from those articles around the internet, or maybe PDF articles. The book list, it's quite organized. I like that because I can see the book, I can search by the author, and when I click in a book, I can see everything that I highlighted from this book. No matter if I highlighted in my Kindle, in the Apple book, or maybe manually, if I took a picture, everything is going to appear in the same place. This is quite nice. So back to the dashboard, we can also discuss, or I already told you, but everything can be connected here, even podcasts or things coming from Twitter, for example, Twitter threads, you can connect here. I like to use tags. Tags it's quite good to organize the content. So tags can help me, for example, to create some review based on a specific topic. Let's say this week I would like to review everything that I have about portfolio management. I can go to my portfolio management tag or other tags that are connected to this topic, and I can create a review based just on this topic. We can call it a 10-minute repetition. It's pretty nice. Or we can even create some what Readwise call mastery, which is basically reflect about our readings using flashcards, which can like create some questions and answers to the highlights we have about the topic, or even complete sentences of the highlights. It's pretty nice if you want to go deep into the details and in your review. So basically, this is how Readwise works. Everything is here. It's easy to use. It's easy to connect with everything that you're using in your life. And in your daily review, you can see the highlights. You can tag it. You can edit something or even add some notes. I like to add notes sometimes to see how this highlight was connected to something that was happening in my life right now. So it creates some type of personal connection between me and the text. It's nice. And I can even discuss or maybe reflect here with Readwise if I want to keep this highlight to future reviews. If I want to discard, maybe it's not connected anymore to with me, or is not saying me anything. I can discard. I can give some feedbacks or master this topic. It's pretty simple, and every day I can review 6 items. Once I'm done, I'm going to say that okay, good, you reviewed 162 days in a row, good, you're done, you are ready to go. So in 10 minutes, depending on how you want to reflect, you can use some spaced repetition using Readwise and remember things that you read in the past. So I hope you like it. As I mentioned, Readwise is pretty simple. It's not too much to say because it's easy to use, it's easy to connect to what we already have, and I have been using that for a while now. I can say that it's really a good service. I can recommend it. And if you want to try it, I have a special offer to everyone that is watching this video. That is a discount code that if you use my special link, you are going to get 60 days for free using the service, and you can try to see if this is something to you or not. And if you think that this is good to you, you want to subscribe, you are going to also help this channel going with my referral link. So thank you very much for watching. See you in the next video.